Hello and welcome back to Let's Talk Sport on YouTube and Sportskeeda, and today we're going to be previewing the FA Cup semi-final at Wembley, Watford versus Wolves. I'm joined by Jack Price.
Hello, I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How do you think this game's going to go?
Well, it's the two W's, isn't it? Wolves versus Watford. We're probably going to get these confused throughout the video, but I think a very good game. I think in terms of Wolves and Watford, I think it's a great achievement to get this far, to get to Wembley for the semi-finals of the FA Cup. Only one big team really in Man City in the semi-finals. Man City have Brighton. So I think for Wolves and Watford, this is a really good opportunity to get to the final of the FA Cup and to win this silverware. So I think both teams will be going for it. I think obviously Nuno has done so well this season for Wolves in not only the season as a whole, but playing the top teams. Doing well against Chelsea and Manchester United and Man City, of course. So I think Wolves will probably go into this game with the edge, I think, especially if they get a result against Manchester United as well in the Premier League coming up as well. So I think this is a big game for both, obviously, like discussed, but it'll be actually interesting to see how the result pans out. Yeah,
it's very interesting because in the last round, Watford got their revenge on Crystal Palace, because when Palace got to the final, they knocked out Watford in the semis. So yeah, Watford this season have been good. Javi Gracia has actually been the first manager in the Pozzo era to actually sign a contract extension.
So it just shows how well he's doing for Watford, because all he does is just leave.
Yeah, just leave.
Get fired.
Yeah, get fired or just walk out. I think Jokanovic just walked out of Watford when he got promoted.
I think I think Watford have been. I don't want to say the word steady, but they've maintained consistency throughout the season in terms of not only managerial career, but in terms of.
They're like a B-Tech Chelsea, but the fact is that they've got a revolving a revolving door of managers, but they just seem to just be doing well, fighting out in the top half of the Premier League. I've probably just insulted many Watford fans calling them a B-Tech Chelsea.
Yeah, well, we're not even an A-Tech Chelsea right now in terms of Chelsea in general. But yeah, I think Watford have had a good season. Again, in terms of Wolves, I think that's just consistently. I think in terms of Watford, getting these results, doing well, and to be fair, like I said, to get to the semi-final of the FA Cup and to now have this opportunity where they could win this game and get on to the final. Yeah. It's a really great achievement, and I think many Watford fans will be happy. It's only a short trip to Wembley, really, in terms of Watford, and I think they'll be really looking forward to the day, and for them, hoping they get a good result. But like I said, it's going to be tough because Wolves have been really good this season, and I think Nuno Espirito Santos is going to give a really good, and going to really put out a really good team, because he will really want that silverware. To win the FA Cup, it would be incredible.
Especially with no disrespect to Watford and Wolves, nothing to fight for. They're not going to get relegated, and they're not going to break into that top six. So this is their biggest game of the season.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, you look at when Wigan were in the FA Cup and they managed to win, they got relegated, and so they had other priorities when they're in this final. And sometimes when the big teams are in there, they're looking for it with Champions League, and they've had bigger games in the season. But for like you said, for Wolves and Watford, this is the biggest game of the season, and to then get to the next stage. We're presuming that Man City will beat Brighton, but if somehow Brighton get there, that would be even better in terms of.
Be calmer for City, because they shouldn't even be in this cup. They got lucky against Swansea.
But say if Brighton did get through, I mean, what a team! You wouldn't expect it, Brighton or Wolves or Watford to be in the FA Cup final competing against each other. So I think to have three teams as well as Man City of this level in the semi-finals is good for the game as well.
Score predictions.
I think it'll be a good game between the two W's. I'm going to keep calling it two W's. But I think Wolves will get the result. I think 2-1 Wolves.
I think it'll be 2-1 Wolves as well.
There you go.